Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair care, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you're subscribed. Less is more, a comment that I get on my channel regularly. That is, of course, when it comes to skincare, and this is something that's been really popular in Korea the last year actually, where people are stripping right back their skincare routine and calling it a skincare diet, with the idea that less is more. But is there any truth behind this? Is there any kind of evidence? As with everything, there are of course two sides to every story. Dermatologist Neil Schultz, MD, actually puts it perfectly when he says, more does not equal better. If you only really need to be using 3 products, you shouldn't be using 5. But you shouldn't be using just 1 product if you actually need 3. So this kind of just backs up my idea that it's really down to each person's separate needs, but most importantly, what your skin needs. And that's really what it's about, is listening to what your skin needs and getting the right balance of products that you need to use rather than what you want to use. So with that in mind, there really are some times, this is coming from me as well, where you do really need to cut down your skincare routine and really just use what you need to use to get your skin back into shape. I don't know about you, but I want to go into the new year with like new skin, with my skin being the best it can be. I put it through a lot this year. It's been through a lot. So when should you start ditching some skincare products? When should you start dieting? Well, first of all, when nothing is working. If you're anything like me, you love experimenting with new products and you love trying new products. It's just fun. It's a fun time. But with every pore minimizing serum and new exfoliating toner, you may find that these products just aren't doing what they promised to do, or your skin isn't reacting the way you hoped it would. So if the products aren't delivering what they promised, fuck them, throw them away. Don't throw them away, just put them away for now. Another sign for you to cut back is when your skin finds everything irritating. Using a lot of products isn't necessarily the problem here, it's using a lot of the wrong products altogether. Using ingredients or products that don't mix well together can really dry out your skin. It can make your skin itchy and flaky and red. Mix this with using way too much of the wrong product and your skin's probably going to be giving you a sign that it needs a bit of a break. Another sign is when your skin feels dehydrated, and this is what got me cutting back on my skincare about 2-3 months ago really. For the first time in my life, my skin was feeling dry and tight and irritated. A pretty obvious sign that your skin barrier is damaged. And the last thing we want to do is use products that are gonna irritate our skin even more and maybe even damage it even more. So cutting back on most skincare in this situation is probably the best thing to do. Another sign that you don't need to be using as much skincare is if you watch my videos and you think he uses way too much skincare. I always try and make it very clear that skincare is a hobby of mine, and obviously it's my job now as well, but I also want to make it clear that when I'm showing you products or when I'm showing you a routine, I'm not suggesting you use every single step in that routine. For example, the 10-step Korean skincare routine is showing you steps that you could do throughout your whole routine, not 10 steps that you must do. So you take, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 even steps out of that routine, ones that you feel would benefit you the most. People often tell me in comments that I get a lot is that I just use a cleanser and my skin's great. That's great, that's really good for you. You found something that works for you and you should 100% stick to that. If your skin's good with one product, there's no need to use anything else. Do I personally need to use a serum twice a day? No, but sometimes I do. So yeah, I guess it's just further stressing, if you know something works for you, stick to that. So what does a skincare routine look like when you're cutting back, when you're dieting on your skincare? First of all, to bring our skin back to its normal self, we're going back to basics. Very basics. It's worth noting that we're not going to be picking products that claim to do anything super special. We are going to be using products that we know work for us and do the basic jobs that they need to do, not perform miracles. So first of all, our morning routine, and we're going to do absolutely nothing if you don't have to. Some days when I'm at home, not going out, not doing anything, I don't do anything to my skin now. There's no real need to. I just leave my skin until the evening, but if you have somewhere to go and you want to feel a little bit cleaner, a little bit fresher, then opt for a non-foaming cleanser, or just splash your face with water. The next step is optional, and that's a serum. One of the reasons you might be cutting back on your skincare is, like me, you're dehydrated, or maybe your skin is irritated, so your skin might just need that little bit of extra care, but only use this if you really must. For example, as I mentioned, my skin is dehydrated, so I'm using hyaluronic acid, but this is a super simple no-thrill serum. It is literally hyaluronic acid. That's it. Then we go straight to our moisturizer. Repairing your skin, and this kind of cutting back routine is really about moisturizing. There's like moisturizer plays a big part in it. That's because the ingredients in moisturizers tend to be like healing and soothing and repairing. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid, ceramides, glycerin, glycerol, silicones, and things like petroleum are really going to help if you have irritated or dehydrated skin, and they just keep everything working normally on your skin. And then SPF. Did I say SPF? No, SPF. It's important. It's there to protect your skin. We should all wear it, whether you're going out or not. I personally opt for a really creamy SPF. The CosRX Aloe SPF is actually one of the only SPFs I found that works for oily skin, in the sense that it doesn't feel too dry on your skin, like too mattifying, and it doesn't make your skin oily throughout the day. So I'd really recommend this one. So for the evening routine, we want a good cleanse, but we want a non-irritating cleanse. And it's of course important to remove the sunscreen that you've been wearing throughout the day, which we should be doing every day, all the time, because we all wear sunscreen every day. We should be, we do. So for the double cleanse method, I'm going to be oil cleansing, and I'm going to be using jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is less of an oil and more of a wax ester. I mentioned jojoba oil, I think, a few videos back, but its makeup is very similar to our skin's natural oils. So it's very gentle on the skin. It can benefit both people with oily skin and very dry to dehydrated skin. To put it simply, it can kind of match the condition of our skin. So if your skin is not producing enough oil, it works with that. If your skin is overproducing, it works with that as well. So it's a good all-rounder. Then I'm going to follow up with a cleanser, but this is why I tend to usually opt for one like water cleanse a day. So if you don't have to use a cleanser like this in the morning, try not to. Then it's time for moisturizing, but again, dehydrated skin, it's gone really bright. I need that extra bit of hydration, so I'm going to take my jojoba oil again, put in a few drops of that with my moisturizer, mix that up, and then just put that onto my skin. Jojoba oil really is beneficial for all, so even if you don't have dehydrated skin, I would recommend using an oil anyway. And notice how I'm using the smallest amount of each product as well. We're not going overboard. We're not like slavering anything on, just what your skin needs. And we're done. That's it. It's super simple. And actually, this is quite a good basic skincare routine. So whether you're wanting to kind of like refresh your skin or not, this is just a good routine to follow if you're not really into skincare, or if you're on a bit of a budget. This is quite a good simple routine. It's actually what I used to do before I really got into skincare. So yeah, do this with me. I'm going to be doing this probably for like another couple of months, depending on how my skin's feeling. It's getting a lot better. It's feeling a lot less dehydrated. And to be honest, you know I love skincare. I want to use my BHAs again, and I want to, you know, use all my fancy stuff. But yeah, your skin's important. It's worth like listening to it and what it needs. But that is it, guys. I hope you have a happy new year. I hope you had a good Christmas or holiday, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate. But that is it for me now, guys. I will see you next time.